Hey adventurers, welcome to the crew. I'm Sea Lord Janda, and this is my Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity. We've just made our way through Raedric's hold, killed Lord Raedric, and now we're back at our own new keep, and I guess we're going to make our way to Defiance Bay, because our main quest says that we should find a queen there. How is our stronghold doing anyway? I'm building dungeons, right? Our inventory is not under control at all. We should probably find someone to sell all this stuff to.
At once.
There's not any merchants here yet, I don't think. Probably we need more upgrades for that. Always dark whenever I want to travel. Well, I imagine we'll be able to sell our possessions in Defiance Bay, probably, so. Okay, this looks like the logical route. Well, that's actually backwards, I think, so I don't know, but we haven't been here, so. On Earth. Somebody has arrived seeking employment, and also we're being instantly attacked by a Zorip. Which I assume we will most brutally murder. Hi, buddy. Okay. Oh, we are pretty much at capacity. I might need to leave to sell stuff.
Absolutely.
We'll probably be fine. Also, we don't have any camping supplies, but we'll be fine on that too, I'm sure. There's Zorips in the woods.
Stand together!
Yeah, just kill them. Us versus single Zorips is not much of a fight. Must. It's a Zorip camp. Probably. He had a fine hatchet. Camping supplies. Okay. The road is back this way, but got to explore thoroughly. Big pile of rocks over here. And more Zorips. We shot one of them, so not two anymore. This goes pretty far back in here. Big bush of dead deer, and oh, that's a troll. Man, we've killed trolls before, I think. Maybe those were forest trolls. Whatever, I'm sure we can handle it. Okay. This might call for actually organizing the party slightly. case, the troll is actually kind of durable. It hits fairly hard. Somebody just a little bit of magic on it, maybe?
Breathe.
Okay. It's exceptionally durable, but not that durable. Get action economy to death, for sure.
Yes.
Tougher than a Zorip, but not that tough. Kills these deer pretty nicely, though. Oh, look, another Zorip. I'm not sure the gun is really that great a weapon, but it is hilarious when it randomly kills a small enemy in one shot. Maggots squirm amidst the deer's entrails. Guess it's been dead a while. How long till it's daylight? I think hour 26 means it's like midnight. This is supposed to be a bridge, but I don't know where the bridge is. Probably down here, presumably, since we've been completely avoiding the main road up to this point. Oh, hey, a person. What's up, Paragund? Curse my luck, the woman mutters, kicking her foot into the ground and upturning a clod of soil. As you approach, her ears twitch and she turns to greet you. Hail, traveler, she says with a half-hearted hand wave. The bridge to Defiance Bay is out. If that's where you're headed, you'll need to find another route. Oh. That's bad news. What happened to the bridge? The river's been rising on account of all the storms. Here, where the river narrows, the flooding did the most damage. The Orthan woman folds her arms, a scowl overtaking her face. Guess they didn't make things to last, or don't make things to last around here, do they? One of the stone columns collapsed in a flash flood, taking the whole middle section of the bridge out to sea. Madhmr Bridge was the most direct route from Gilded Vale to Defiance Bay. Merchants and travelers now have to find boat passage or add days of extra travel to loop around the bay. So I started a ferry service, thinking I'd earn some coin and help others cross over to the bay. Peregrine shakes her head, her ears twitching as she speaks. And that was a bigger mistake than that time I allowed a cipher to court me. How so? I'd been attempting to turn a quick copper, but... She bites her lip, her face turning flush with anger. Just my luck. The blasted currents threw my ferry into the rocks, dashed it and my profits to pieces. Making matters worse, when I went to prowl the shore to salvage whatever shipping crates didn't sink, a pair of looters attacked me. She stomps her foot into the ground. The damned brigands had the nerve to attack. I managed to avoid harm, but they've stolen by force all that's left of my fortune. She eyes you for a long second, her hand cupping her chin. You know, you look like you'd fare better against those looters than little old me. Could I enlist your help? What do I get? You'd make a good merchant, Peregrine blurts out with a laugh. I'd worry if you didn't inquire about your own profit motive. Scratches her ear, blushing as she speaks. I'm a bit destitute at the moment, but I have a shop over in Defiance Bay. If you help me recover my merchandise, I'll sell you whatever you want for a bargain. Alright, I'll take a look. Peregrine smiles wide, her ears perking up. Thank you. I'm sure those thugs made a mess of my stock, but maybe there's something there to be saved. So how do I get to Defiance Bay now? With the bridge destroyed, the best course of action will be following the river north. You'll be able to cross further upstream, but you've got a long walk ahead of you. Great. Apparently this is no longer the way, but... Finish exploring the map anyway. Deal with these looters. Seems like there's a cliff here, so guess we just gotta follow the main road to get down. Yes, this would look to be the bridge, wouldn't it? Lars Nilsson, CD Exa, Vanessa Smedley. Apparently it's stealing to look in there. Oh boy. These folks have vibrant souls. You see the interior of a small, dark shop. The shelves are covered with a variety of goods, some commonplace and others of a little more exotic variety. This man wanders the shelves of the shop, smiling and fondly touching the items. He maneuvers through the aisles, the only person in the shop. He stops in front of a large display showing the model of a large worm, a plaque in front of it detailing information about its natural habitat, food preferences, and mating rituals. He moves on, wandering from display to display, stopping at each one to take it in. He looks out the window at the front of the shop and sees the sun has broken the building line. People are wandering the market, stopping into shops and loitering at the stalls, looking for a bargain. Standing before the front door, the man turns back to the shop and smiles again. He then unlocks the door and pushes it open, letting in the sounds of the market. I guess he's got an exotic goods shop, or in his past life he did. Vanessa Smedley. You see a crowd doubled over, sharing bouts of laughter as a mischievous-eyed woman relates a tale of her last adventure involving an unusually self-conscious troll. She has them exactly where she wants them as she throws out the punchline, sending anyone who wasn't already smiling into tears of laughter. She curtsies at the crowd with a flourish and a wicked grin and makes her way to the bar, quickly followed by a legion of eager suitors, each trying to buy her affection with a drink. She turns each of them away, but none leave without a smile. She enjoys her drink, content, and starts to scribble down the beginnings of her next performance, laughing at her own jokes. I guess she is or was once a comedian. Lars Nilsson. You see two figures, a human and an Omoa, standing in front of this man. The human just stands there, fuming, while the Omoa is yelling, red-faced with fury. He's leaning forward, a stream of profane imagery flying from his mouth, his face rapidly turning purple. The man stands straight in the face of the onslaught, unmoving, a bemused smile on his face. He holds a rapier nonchalantly by his portly flank, point down, but his hand is tightly gripping the handle, his knuckles white. The Omoa stops yelling, pausing only long enough to take a breath, intent on immediately starting again. The man holds up his left hand and begins to speak during the brief silence, trying to defuse the situation and cut off continued abuse. The Omoa makes a grunting noise and pokes the man on the breastbone to stop him from speaking, leaving the finger against his chest for emphasis. The man with the rapier tilts his head down, looking at the finger resting against his chest, then looks back at the Omoa without moving his head. The Omoa realizes too late that he just crossed the line. The man grabs his hand, squeezing and twisting it. There's a loud cracking noise and the Omoa cries out. The man raises his rapier and punches the Omoa using the handle as added heft. There's a second crack, and the Omoa collapses to the ground unconscious, blood pouring from his nose. The second stranger looks up from his friend's limp body to see the tip of the rapier already pointed at him. A flat, unfriendly, and serious look on the face at the other end of it. He raises his hands in defeat and backs away, turning to run when he's far enough away to ensure he won't be caught. The man turns to leave, the smile slowly returning to his face. Everyone was very accomplished in their past lives.
Looks like Andra's gushing enough for both moves.
Yeah, Bridge's not okay. Breathe in. You've got a soul too. Erthus. You see a battlefield covered with bodies. There's death everywhere, the sound of metal on metal ringing over the gore-stained ground. The cries of the wounded fill the air, occasionally masked by the death knell of another casualty. This man's running, but from what you cannot see. His breath comes in labored gasps, his eyes are wide and terror-filled. As he runs, he wrestles with a blood-splattered tunic. He tears at the fabric as though it burns his skin, his desperation eliciting small meowing sounds from the back of his throat. His foot catches on an arm, sticking out from a pile of bodies he's trying to maneuver around. Then he spills forward, landing on a fallen soldier looking into his dead eyes. The meowing increases in intensity as he scrabbles backward, trying to push himself off the body. His hand slips on blood-slicked armor and he topples to the side, landing on his back. He starts shaking his head, cheeks wet with terrified tears. He pushes himself to his knees and he surveys the field, eyes wide, breathing so quickly he's almost hyperventilating. Stumbling back into motion, his hands return to the tunic, eyes swinging wildly about, surveying the carnage around him. His frantic fingers finally tear the tunic from his chest and he throws it to the ground, the sounds of battle still echoing in his ears as he flees. Alright, to be fair, this guy's soul is not that accomplished. He's apparently a bit of a coward in his past lives, or could be current. I don't really know how that works. Are these the supplies I'm supposed to be getting, you think? No, this is just ale and such. I don't really feel like... Over here? Is there something over here? Yeah, alright, here we go. This is probably it. Oh, hi, looter. Guess this is it. Okay. Hater, knock that guy down. Loth, why don't you, I don't feel like it's even worth, I mean... Yeah.
I'm here.
A little one-sided. After dealing with Raedric's keep, it might be a little over-leveled for this area or something.
Yes?
I'm
or
here.
It's just not supposed to be a super hostile area.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Blood moss. You guys not gonna attack on sight? Guess not. Ah. Gathered around the soggy timbers of a shipwreckage, men and women pick through the driftwood, snatching muddy silverware, moldy clothes, chipped pottery, and anything they can spot amongst the detritus. All eyes turn to you as you approach. The group trade nervous stares at you until at last a woman in muddy clothes steps forward and speaks. "Where are Bretel and Turan?" she asks. "They were just up along that path, and we heard fighting." Her eyes narrow. The hand moves towards a knife on her belt as she anticipates your reply. Well, they attacked me first, lady. You killed them?" You see Hanwin's eyes tear up before she buries her face in her hands. The men and women around her take a step back, eyeing you cautiously. Hanwin looks up, wiping her eyes. "You speak of self-defense. Well, we're defending ourselves from this storm." Her voice rises and her face grows flushed with emotion. "The floods took our entire farm. We have nothing left. Nothing. No food, no roof, and now I don't even have my cousins." She throws her hands up in despair. "We don't want to fight you. We've lost enough already. Please, just leave us." Well, we mistook your cousins for looters." She blinks in disbelief. "Looting? But this is a wreck. What value does it have?" The men and women all turn to her, their faces frightened and worried. "Please, we need these supplies dearly. The storm took everything from us. It's not a desire to steal, but we're destitute. Should we let these wares just sink to the river bottom?" Any way I can help? Perhaps you could tell the merchant you found nothing beyond bits of driftwood. From her point of view, it'll be as if the river washed it all away. Besides, how much copper will she really make by selling these rotting clothes and soiled wares?" Well, you know, I'm not adventuring to stand up for the man. Sure, I'll lie for you. "Thank you," she sighs, wiping sweat from her brow. "You're the first turn of good fortune to come our way in a very long time." Hanwin snaps her fingers at one of her comrades and points to a pile of supplies drying in the sun. "We don't have much, but take this as a token of our thanks." I've received a hat. Okay. The frayed end of the rope drifts in the river. Alright, I guess we go back to Paragund and lie to her on behalf of these poor farmers. I think that's fair. They're more destitute than she is, really. Paragund bounces on her feet at your approach. "My helpful stranger returns. Have you managed to find anything yet? Even if all you found is driftwood, just knowing those looters got what they deserved would moisten my breeches." What is that supposed to mean exactly? "I picked through the wreckage, but I found nothing salvageable. Must have washed away." Peregrine kicks her foot into the dirt several times. I figured just as much. Well, thank you for your assistance. Suppose I need to figure out how I'll recover my investment. At last your foot stops kicking and she lets out a long sigh. Thanks for trying. If you find yourself in Defiance Bay, search out my shop. I'll need all the customers I can get. Okay, well, she doesn't hate us. I guess we can't get to Defiance Bay this way, so... Is our dungeon finished? No, not for 18 hours. Oh, there was some other bit of news, wasn't there? A Glanfathan soul hunter has arrived seeking employment. Okay, well... I'm heading back, because I assume we have to go via... I think the only location we can go to now is the Woodend Plains, so I guess we have to go that way. Also be quite nice to find a merchant. I mean, they're in Gilded Vale, but other than that... Alright, back to Caed Nua. Let's see what this Glanfathan soul hunter's about. No, they left. Well, I came straight back. Oh, maybe I could have just looked into this hirelings tab and hired them. Yeah, probably.
Yes?
Oh, but also I don't have a barracks yet, so... I don't know what I was supposed to do there exactly. Anyway, I imagine the dungeons are complete. Yep, yay. I did that first because it seems like it would offer more RP options, basically. Let's take a look at what we should buy next. We can afford pretty much anything. We've got plenty of money. This gives security, and we need it to get other upgrades. I think the Bailey is pretty much the same way. Oh no, it gives prestige. We can upgrade the towers for perception boost, the library for a lore bonus. The barracks is just kind of necessary. Oh, a merchant stall, that would also be handy. Survival, constitution, athletics. Just fix the house up. Okay, I feel like it's either got to be the barracks or the merchant stalls, because those are both actually practical. I want to get the merchant stall first. And in that case, I don't really think there's anything else to do here, so we're just going to head out east. I guess this is why we had to fix this. Yeah, the only valid location now is the Woodend Plains, so I guess that's where we're going. Thanks for watching, adventurers. New parts will be up every other day, or you can watch live on Twitch. If you did enjoy the video, consider leaving a like or subscribing. Have a nice day, adventurers. This is Sea Lord Janda, signing off.